Hey, I'm Christopher Westfall from the Senior Savings Network. Going to talk today about Medicare Advantage and their use of prior authorization. The Society for Cardiovascular Angiography, say that real fast, and Interventions has issued a statement in support of new bipartisan legislation that would simplify the prior authorization process for who? For who? They want real-time approval of routinely approved medical services and work to make prior authorization requirements more transparent, among other things. This process, prior authorization, is time-consuming, burdensome, and of no clinical benefit to the patient. In fact, the time spent on prior authorization takes an average of 2 days each week by physicians and their staff. This is a quote from the doctor here that runs this. Why can't they just fix it themselves internally? Why do they have to be told by Congress to fix this? They need to reform it. But again, they're not talking about doing away with it. They could not do that. They want to selectively apply prior authorization. They want to speed up prior authorization. They want to make it electronic. They want to make it more transparent, but they don't want to get rid of it. And let me just read this for you. Radiology is among the medical specialties with the highest rate of services subjected to prior authorization. Diagnostic radiology services landed at 91%. That means if you need to go get an X-ray, MRI, anything that falls under the category of radiology, and you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, not original Medicare, doesn't happen there. Medicare Advantage plan, you have to go get someone else's permission before you can have that service performed. Oh, look, it's not just Chris saying it. Do not apply in Medicare Part B, which pays for physician care, outpatient treatment, and home health, among other costs. Out of nearly 6.5 million beneficiaries covered by this part of the federal payment program, 41% received at least one service per year that would have been subject to prior authorization if that person were under Medicare Advantage. 41% of the people on original Medicare, if they were on Medicare Advantage, would have had to go get permission for these things to have been taken place. Later on in life, if you decide, you know what, I want to go back to original Medicare, as many people do, if you try to do that later, outside of your initial election period on the Medicare, you have to qualify to get back onto a Medicare supplement. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to try it out, Medicare Advantage for a couple of years, and after that couple of years, if I start needing some care, and I have to run into these things like prior authorizations and denials and appeals and things declined and my doctor's leaving the network and the hospitals leave, I'll just go back and get a Medicare supplement like I had that option when I was 65. They don't tell you that when you're turning 65. Next year, I just saw the numbers. The commission for an agent like me in California, New York will be $750 to sign up a senior on a zero premium Medicare Advantage plan. That is one heck of an incentive to put somebody on a free Medicare Advantage plan. Do we make that much if we sign up a senior on a Medicare supplement? Absolutely not. Not even a third of that. It's insane. Dr. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙�ึ geriatric medicine. That is the aging process. He should probably know about how Medicare works, right? The doctor said, HMOs, like Medicare Advantage plans, might seem good if you're perfectly healthy and like the gym membership, taxi service, and other crumbs that they give you, he said. Not me, he said. He works with seniors every day in the medical profession. Quote, but when you get really sick, you realize that you've given them the power to determine which doctors you see, how much rehabilitation you get after a major illness, or even which hospitals you can go to. But by then, it's too late, and they have control over many of your medical decisions. Don't get seduced by the minor benefits when they can later lead to major problems. And then, as we covered in the Office of Inspector General's report, 75% of denials by Medicare Advantage plans are ultimately overturned if the person knows that they can go through appeals process. 5 layers of appeals on Medicare Advantage. Or you can skip all that and go straight to wherever you need to get to. If your doctor says you need it, you get it on Original Medicare. Again, the only complaints we've ever had in my office about Medicare Advantage are when people are sick.